Hey friends, welcome back to the vlog. It's a day off work today, and so I wake up super late at 8:45 a.m, having been up till 1 a.m. the previous night watching clips of the incredible comedy show Would I Lie to You on YouTube. At 9 a.m, I get out of bed, shower, and change into my gym kit ready for my first session with a personal trainer. For some reason, I then lie in bed doing absolutely nothing for a solid 45 minutes. At 9:45, I decide to stop being a complete waste man and sit down to actually do something productive. I bust out my Leuchtturm 1917 notebook and new Uniball Air pen and continue a new daily practice that I've started, which is to write down one thing to focus on, one thing to be grateful for, and one thing to let go of. Today, I'll focus on getting an interview done later that day with the author of a new business book. I'm grateful for the level of financial freedom that this YouTube channel and my other businesses have given me, which I try to never take for granted. And I'll try to let go of worrying about the number of views that my new videos get. Next, I write out a paper to-do list of things I need to get done that day. And even though I'm big on using apps for everything in my life, there's something very satisfying about doing a whole brain dump onto paper of everything I might need to get done in a given day. On today's list, we've got filming a video about whether coffee is good for you, filming a video about whether reading fiction is good for you, sending video files to Stan and George, two third-year medical students who I recorded a podcast with earlier in the week, calling my grandma, marking some physiology essays for my students, unboxing my new GoPro and figuring out its settings, and paying various people for various things related to SixMed, my medical admissions company. If it's a particularly busy day, I also like to write out a quick calendar of things that I've got on. So today at 11 a.m, I've got my personal trainer session. At 3 p.m, I've got this guy coming over for the interview, and from 5 to 9 p.m, I'm running a physiology supervision for some first-year medical students. By the way, this vlog is from the 5th of March 2020, before the whole coronavirus thing started to get serious in the UK. So please don't hate on me for not doing social isolation. It really wasn't even on the cards in the UK a few weeks ago. Anyway, having dumped out my brain onto paper and achieved a level of relief that I rarely experience otherwise, at 10:08 I get started on unboxing the new GoPro and figuring out its settings so that I can maybe use it to film footage for the rest of the day. At 10:20, I watch a load of YouTube videos to figure out the optimal settings for the GoPro and buy a load of accessories and mounts for it off Amazon Prime. Next day delivery is truly magnificent. At 10:35, I get my gym bag out and realize that my work shoes have been in there for a solid week and are therefore deformed to a significant degree. After lamenting this lapse in organization on my part, I drive over to the gym for my first ever personal trainer session. From 11 a.m, I have my session with Dan, who turns out to be a posture specialist and teaches me about the various imbalances I've got going on with my posture thanks to 25 years of sitting in front of a computer basically 24/7. I get home at 12:30 when I spend half an hour chatting to my grandma in Pakistan over WhatsApp video. As usual, she asks me why I haven't yet found a wife. I tell her that I'm working on it, hence the new personal trainer. She feels that given I'm so busy already, doing 1 or 2 sessions per week with a personal trainer wouldn't really leave any time to actually find a wife, and I think she might have a point. Anyway, from 1 p.m, I spend half an hour reviewing an edit for a video coming out later that week and have a chat to my editor Christian over Slack. Then at 1:40, I decide to order a healthy takeaway for lunch, and once that's done, I spend half an hour setting up the interview filming gear. I'm using the Aperture 120D with the Spacelight extension with 2 microphones and 2 cameras. I also unbox a new plant pot and stick it next to where I'll be sitting for a bit of extra feng shui, and empty the bins so that the guy coming over doesn't think I'm a total slob. From 2:30 p.m, now that the studio is set up, I spend half an hour marking physiology essays. They're generally themed around the physiology of the kidneys and the various mechanisms the body has for tightly controlling variables like your blood's potassium and calcium concentration, its acidity, osmolality, and your overall extracellular fluid volume. Around this time, my takeaway arrives, but because it's raining outside and the delivery driver couldn't find my house, it's cold and wet, which is a little bit disappointing, oh well. At 3 p.m, my new friend Hassan arrives. We end up chatting on camera for over 2 hours. He's just released a new book called The Unfair Advantage, and so we chat about the lessons from that and go off-piste to a general discussion about success, money, fulfillment, and productivity. I'll be including some clips from this discussion in future YouTube videos, but as usual, you can find the full interview on Nebula, the video streaming platform that me and a bunch of other creators are helping to build. This is not a sponsored video, but I'm just letting you know anyway that if you want access to Nebula, the best way is to sign up to CuriosityStream at curiositystream.com/Ali for $3 a month or $20 a year. And with a CuriosityStream membership, you also get free access to Nebula, making this the single best deal in the streaming world. And I'm not just saying that because I'm biased. We finish up chatting at around 5:10, grab a quick selfie for the gram, say goodbye, and then I drive over to Girton College where I teach physiology to first-year medical students for a few hours each week. This week, it's the last session before the Easter holidays, and in fact, before the students were sent home because of the coronavirus. And so we order some pizza as an end-of-term treat, and 5 pairs of students deliver presentations to the rest of the class about different aspects of kidney physiology. The sesh ends at 9 p.m, so I drive home, and as I'm getting in, I get a call from my friend Asade, a final year medical student at Cambridge University. It's been a while since we caught up, so I invite him over for some more takeaway. While he's taking his sweet time cycling over, I feel in a bit of a slump, so I hop onto Brilliant and continue working through the Introduction to Neural Networks online course. Normally at this point, I talk about how amazing Brilliant is for learning stuff online, blah-de-blah-de-blah, but they're not actually sponsoring this video. I just genuinely enjoy doing their online courses as part of my day sometimes. Isn't it great when you work with a sponsor whose product you actually enjoy? Anyway, Asade arrives around half an hour later, and given that we've already got this whole studio interview set up, I bulldoze him into having an on-camera discussion with me about study tips. Asade has done very well in his medical school exams so far, and his active recall framework was the subject of a video I made recently called How My Friend Ranked First at Medical School. We discuss some more nuances of the method and how students can use it effectively to cram for exams. We discuss strategies and tactics for sustaining motivation and focus while studying, and we chat a lot about how to optimize Anki, a flashcard app that he and I have been using for years. Again, I'll be converting this discussion into a series of YouTube videos, but as usual, you can find the full interview over at Nebula, which again, you can get access to with a CuriosityStream subscription at curiositystream.com/Ali. We wrap up the chats at 20 minutes past midnight, whereupon I drive Asade home with his bike so he doesn't have to cycle in the cold. I get back home at 12:45 a.m, brush my teeth, and spend some time offloading all of the footage I filmed to my external hard drive, ready to upload to Google Drive. Finally, at 1:40 a.m, I head into bed, ready to wake up at 7 the following day for work. When I wasted an hour this morning lying in bed doing absolutely nothing, I thought it was going to be a really unproductive day. But actually, I managed to record these 2 fantastic interviews, ran a pretty fun 3-hour physiology session, if I say so myself, started a personal trainer program to help sort my life out. This was back before coronavirus made going to the gym probably inadvisable. And I made a new friend as well. So all in all, a pretty good day. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and hopefully see you in the next video. Goodbye.